So yesterday I had completed the upper banister, sanding it, cutting the tenon on the end. And now what I'm doing is starting to cut the holes so that the upright tenons of the banister supports are going to be able to fit into the log. I've started to drill them. This one needs to be a little bit deeper than that, so I'll go ahead and do that right now. So again, using a Forstner bit for this and the drill, and again just drilling down a little bit farther so that the upright support will fit. And I have a tenon that we had cut a couple days ago with the notch in it, and I'm just using this as a quick double check to gauge the depth of the log. So that looks like about right, and we'll go inside and see if we're getting close. So this is with the upright or the horizontal banister now in place. Of course, there'll be a cross piece at this end. The trick now is really just fitting the uprights so that they notch nicely. I did have to use 3 holes against the wall support because I didn't have a stud. Well, I do, but it's not a particularly hefty stud right on the corner there, which is a little bit surprising. I've still got a little bit of a gap at the very bottom. You can see that, but that is caused because I just need to trim the bottom of this upright support, and that will then let the wall support drop down just a hair. But again, I'm going to have a bolt coming through from the wall side into the horizontal banister support that will hold that flush, and then again the 3 holes here are basically going to be holding this part of the banister to the wall securely. So I've been busy today for sure. What I've been working on basically this morning has been getting the top cross pieces cut. So this piece has now got a tenon cut in the top part, and then at this end it's going to be bolted, and there is room for that to go like that. So we've got that part fit. I also did bolt from the bottom, and this is going back a couple of segments, but when I was drilling this bottom board, not only did I drill from the top here, but I reversed it on the far end, and there's a bolt coming up from the floor side up into this log. So this log is now actually very, very stable. The other thing that I'm now working on, of course, that I have the top banister in place, the next step is with the railing inside of the supports to go ahead and start putting on the top supports. So this morning what I have done, I have gone ahead and cut the holes for the tenons to fit in the bottom. There are 4 of those. So I have the first tenon basically ready to go, and it's just holding the metal railing in place so that I can now work on the other components in terms of the tenons and their placement along the top section of the railing. So making a little progress, but the next step again is just to continue on with these tenons. So continuing on with this second tenon, I'm doing it at the end because from there I should get a better feel for the alignment of the railing and be able to get the 2 middle ones probably a little bit easier into place, but it's starting to come along. So this is the railing with all 4 of the upper tenons now in place. So the next step is going to be to do the same thing on this side, because we do have a side panel that's 2 feet by 2 feet that's going to go on this side. But the railing is slowly coming into shape. So there we are with the tenons now in place. So this is a view from the other direction. I guess I haven't really shown it this way very often, but this is the dining room table. My wife is into everything cabin oriented, mountain oriented, so she does have the antler chandeliers. And then this is the railing view from the upstairs looking down into the family room. So this is the whole layout of what we're doing here, but you can get a feel for the railing a little bit better from this perspective. Again, this side is going to have another 2 foot by 2 foot metal grate in there, and this one I think is of a wolf, so a little bit different motif than the bears that are on this side.